a while since I've gone live, and I don't really care if anyone shows up or not. Let me turn off this freaking blue screen. But oh man, what a day as far as trades and stuff in the NFL goes. Richard Sherman is most definitely out of freaking Seattle, and now we also have the Eagles making a big trade at such a little price again, just like the Jay Ajayi trade back in what was that, October? It feels kind of reminiscent of that. The Jay Ajayi trade, a fifth rounder, and what wide receiver Marcus Johnson, who only had 45 yards on the year. What's up, Eagles Nation? But it's kind of funny how Howie Roseman is making these big time deals to us at least look easy. This is a big talent right here. Michael Bennett, 10-year vet, doesn't really matter because he's been killing it. Minus his one injury prone season in 2016, he's been doing really well, and I'm not concerned whatsoever. I think he fits the scheme perfectly, and it helps the issue with Vinny Curry and the cap. Oh man, irrelevant commenter. It's been a while. How you doing, man? I'm just kind of pumped up after this trade, and I want to talk about Michael Bennett. I want to talk about Richard Sherman, where he could land up, and then Alec Ogletree getting traded to the Giants for two 2018 draft picks. I don't know if that's the greatest deal for the Rams, but I don't know. A lot went down today. In not a lot, but like some big time stuff. Like Richard Sherman, he's gonna bring a lot of attention to wherever he goes. Michael Bennett, the reason why he got traded was because the Seahawks wanted to, have a quieter place, whatever the heck that excuse was. But like Michael Bennett's a big talent, and he's 10 times better than Vinny Curry. Like, let's be real. So if we trade Vinny Curry, then whatever. As long as we get something good from him. If not, then cut him. Whatever. He's damaging the cap salary. That's a big reason why the Eagles are gonna let him go. And getting Bennett just helps address that even better. But as far as Richard Sherman, I don't know if it's worth going after. I don't know if going after Richard Sherman is truly worth anything. I don't know if it's just me, but I would rather have died than trade for Richard Sherman. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because Richard Sherman, he had that big injury last year. I forget what was the injury. Was it a ruptured Achilles? I don't remember exactly. That was a while ago. It's back in. It was like 4.5 months ago, and I really can't remember. Because the Seahawks aren't really my team. But I remember that just ending a lot of momentum the Seahawks had, especially going into December, because they were, in the hunt and everything. I personally, I would rather have Bennett because losing people like perhaps Bo Allen, Vinny Curry is most likely out too. We're gonna, and we don't know about Chris Long, and getting another veteran presence like Bennett, it's gonna benefit us in the future, and put him there with um freaking Cox and Jernigan and Brandon Graham. Once Brandon Graham's 100%, like that's great. That'll be amazing. That'll be a really good front four right there. And to add on, I hope we manage to get Nigel Bradham. I hope we manage to keep him because he was a big part of our defense this last year, especially with Jordan Hicks going down. I hope Jordan Hicks manages to stay up and healthy this upcoming year. And then as far as Michael Kendricks goes, he has shown that he has trade value now, but I don't think the Eagles are going to deal him. And I don't think he wants to go anymore, especially after the way 2017 went for him. He had a really good season last year. Missed maybe, a game due to a hamstring, but other than that, he was clean, made really good plays. He was a really big presence along with Nigel Bradham back there, especially with Jordan Hicks going down, like I already said. But still, having those guys, I would really like to keep Bradham and Curry. But Alec Ogletree to the Giants. I don't know if I like this move, not just because he's going to the Giants and that's a division rival, but I feel like that's talent wasted on the Rams just for 2 picks, and we don't know what those 2 picks are as of right now. At least I don't think we know. I don't know if that's going to benefit the Rams or not either. I mean, the Rams had a really good offense. Their defense was really suspect throughout the year. We saw them allow 39 to the 49ers. They allowed freaking 43 to us. So, I mean, without Wentz for a quarter. So, I don't know if losing him, like just trading him away rather than him getting injured or anything, is going to benefit that team at all. I don't know. Do you think if the Dolphins cut Ndamukong Suh on June 1st, we could get him? Oh man, that would kind of be nice. Thinking about just with a first thought, you would say that's a good idea, just because he is a big presence. He knows how to get to the passer and everything. He can create that pass rush, get in the face of the QB. I don't know if it's worth what we can give. I don't know if we have enough to give to get Sue. Um, but I do think that the Dolphins, if they do cut him, he deserves going somewhere. Yeah, he would cost a lot, exactly. And we just got Bennett. He's gonna get a new deal with us for sure. We're giving Cox like a really big amount of money. He just signed that deal last year. We still have Chris Long. That's a huge question mark. He might sign another 1 year deal. He might go elsewhere. Who knows? Um, but losing Vinny Curry, that'll help clear up some of the cap space. But getting Sue, that would be a big hit. I don't know if we're gonna be worth that. And we do have to sign Graham. Dang, we do have to sign Graham. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of question marks, and getting Bennett helps solidify those questions on the front four. But we need to get Graham back. Long is out there. Bo Allen is out there. Freaking Vinny Curry's out the door. It's a big question mark. And then there's the question about Brent Selleck, because he doesn't want to retire. He wants to come back again. So are the Eagles gonna get him back, or are we gonna trade him, or are we just gonna let him walk? What are we gonna do with Brent Selleck? I would love to keep him, because I would love to just let him retire as an Eagle, because Brent Selleck has been here since 2008. He's been here for the longest time out of any Eagle. He's one of my favorite Eagles. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. There's a lot of question marks. And getting back onto YouTube and everything, I really want to, stay focused and address these questions with my own thoughts and talking to you guys about him. Bo Allen gone, Mitchell Bradham gone, Burton gone, Curry gone. That's a lot of losses, man. He did say he would play for free, so a cheap 1 year deal, like 2 or 3 mil, would probably work. Yeah, for Chris Long, for sure. You saw what he did, giving his entire freaking game checks to charity for Charlottesville and stuff, so it would make sense. And I think he would like to come back here. And same goes for the Garrett Blunt. I think both of them like the locker room, like the organization enough. And with 1 year being here, having that ring already, I think they would like to come back. So we'll see how that all goes. What else did you guys say? Bo Allen gone, Brandon Grant, or Nigel. Oh shoot, no! Stop it, phone. Thank you. Yeah, I think Bo Allen will go. I think Bo Allen's gone. Yeah, Trey Burton's most definitely gone. I don't want to lose Bradham. That's man. He. I really wouldn't want to lose Nigel Bradham. But again, we'll see. Doesn't Graham still have another year in his deal? He does, but he wants more. He wants more money, and he wants to be signed with us throughout a longer period of time. So they're trying to renegotiate it all, but I don't know how much we're going to be able to do now that Bennett is here and we have the whole cap issue, blah, blah, blah. Same old stuff. I don't know what we're going to do as far as that goes. I'm hoping we can keep him, clearly. I don't think, even if we can't get the deal now, regardless, he has that 1 more year left, so he's gonna stay. He should wait until the contract's over and done with for next year to see if he wants to move on or try to re-sign then, rather than force this on us now and put us in a bigger situation. But again, that's all football is. It's a business, so. Sue said that tongue and cheek. He was quoted this morning talking about taxes, so he wants his money. Of course. Of course. People like Ndamukong Suh, they think they're worth a lot. So that makes complete sense. And he is worth a lot. He is a really good player, I don't know. If anyone can make it all work, Howie the Great can. Yeah, I used to hate Howie too. Until Chip Kelly came in. And then I never thought I would love Howie anymore. And then here we are now. 1 year later, or a year and a half, 2 years later, after he gets his power back, Super Bowl champions, and we're here talking about perhaps a a second go at a back to back Super Bowls and stuff. It's gonna be crazy. What about Nigel Bradham? Like, what about him? As in, like, what are we gonna do, or is he gone? Because I think he most likely will leave, but I want him to come back. So we'll see how that goes. This is horrible because we also need to start saving Wentz money. You're right about that. Well, then again, no, because what is it? He's going on his year 3. I don't think Wentz is gonna ask for too much as well. I mean, definitely he's going to be worth something because you saw what he was able to do. He's a franchise quarterback. He's our franchise quarterback, so of course he's going to be worth something. We're gonna give him something, but that's what time will tell. Because right now we need to focus on this year moving forward. You can tell just by the trade that we made today that Howie Roseman wants to win again. It's kind of like getting the Jay Ajayi guy during the midway through the year, right before the trade deadline. He wants to win now. Let's bring in a guy like Jay Ajayi. He'll stay healthy, and we'll win. That is something that Howie has done really well over the last 2 years, ever since he came back. And I think he'll keep doing it well. He's already proven that with getting Bennett here and everything. Wentz getting a deal, that'll come. Those talks will happen, I would think, next year. Like towards the end of next year, wherever we're at, I would think that's when it would come in. Especially because by that time he'll be healthy, he'll be starting, he'll be playing again. That's a different discussion right there, and we'll probably be talking right here about that later on. But as of right now, I wouldn't worry about Wentz. I wouldn't worry about getting him that deal just yet. Back to back, new theme, win one for Wentz. I like it. I like it a lot. I think our biggest weakness on defense is our linebackers. Agree. Huh. Honestly, yeah, I do. I think our linebackers are our biggest weakness. But then again, we might lose Patrick Robinson, and our corners started to show a little bit of of concern towards the end of the year. We all know what happened with the Rams. We all know what happened with the Seahawks. We all know what happened with the Giants, And then in the playoffs, we played pretty dang well up until the Super Bowl. Our corners and our whole defense as a whole was like lost. So I would go on a limb and say yeah, because Jordan Hicks, he's very questionable. Ruptured Achilles, all that jazz. Nigel Bradham, he might be gone. And then Michael Kendricks, I don't know. I think we'll be fine, but will Foles be an Eagle next season? I'm hoping so. I feel like people misunderstand the whole the Eagles trade for Foles for a second round pick. So I believe the Eagles were offered one, offered a second round pick, from Buffalo, I think it was, and the Eagles said no. I don't think the Eagles were like, oh yeah, you want a second round? We'll give you Foles for a second round pick. I don't think the Eagles were asking. I think the Bills were like, yeah, we'll give you a second round pick for Foles, and the Eagles said no because either they want more or they know Wentz might not be ready for Week 1. So if I were Peterson, if I were Lurie, if I were Roseman, I would say Wentz might not be ready for Week 1. He might not be ready. He might not be 100%. We don't want to rush him because this is a big injury, a torn ACL and a couple other ligaments as well. That's a very, very significant injury that's causing him to wear a brace for the rest of his career. So keep Foles. You saw what he was able to do. Keep Foles because he is going to benefit us. If we want to win another Super Bowl, we can win another one with him. Worst case scenario. I know we'll win another one with Wentz as a number one. Like that's a number one fact. I think we'll win a second Super Bowl within Wentz's career as an Eagle. No doubt in my mind about that. But when is a big question because I think it could happen next year, but I don't know if Wentz is going to be starting next year. I don't know when he'll be starting next year. That's the main question. So I think Foles will be an Eagle, but that'll be a question for later. See what you guys are saying. Would anybody be happy if we got the one arm at linebacker with the 32nd pick? That would be shocking. Not many people are sold on the guy. He did run the fastest 40-yard dash for a linebacker since 2003, something along those lines. And he was doing really well as a whole, wasn't he? I don't know. That's an interesting toss up. We'll see how that happens. I don't know what we're gonna get for the 32nd pick. I'm so used to seeing the Eagles get like freaking 9, 15, 21 as their first round draft pick and everything, but clearly not happening. So yeah, and if it's freezing for you guys, I don't know why, but it's freezing for me. This is not cool right now. I'm confused, but yeah, I might end this out right here because it's freezing for me. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.